Come on. Why aren't you getting in the groove? Have you not played a new Pokemon game yet?
I have not.
What? What? Hold the horses. Hold the horses. You've not played the new Pokemon Alpha, Sapphire, and Omega Ruby.
No.
Why? Why? Please tell me this.
Because I'm broke.
Okay, being broke's a good enough reason. But what else? Because it's possibly the greatest generation of all time, but that's just my opinion.
That is not my opinion. Generation 3 is actually my least favorite.
Okay, I've got to hear this. Why did you not like Gen 3 so much?
Well, I played it back in the day when
Okay.
Emerald came out. I blew through the game in about 2 days. None of the Pokemon were interesting to me. It was just a very blah game.
You see, I agreed a lot of Pokemon from Generation 3 were boring, but did you ever complete any like these side missions and all the legendaries you can catch in that game?
Yes.
Oh, really? So you got Regice, Registeel, and Regirock.
Sure, they sound familiar.
Okay. Well, I actually have to agree with them on that part. Pokemon from Generation 3 were pretty lame. But the nice thing about Alpha Sapphire and Omega Ruby are, well, it's the updated Pokemon version, so it has all the Pokemon in it. So I mean, that's not really a good excuse anymore. But something that's really cool about Alpha Sapphire and Omega Ruby are, which for shortening sakes, I'm just going to call them AS and OR because I'm getting lazy, is they've got bonus content at the end of it. Again, with even more content. They have a bonus episode with Mega Rayquaza, they have a bonus episode with Deoxys, and here's who we thought this is going to be the first generation where just about every single legendary is catchable between the two versions.
Okay.
And they've got Mega Absol, which is the best Pokemon, hands down.
Absolutely.
You did not just use that pun again. No, seriously, my favorite part about Alpha, Sapphire, and Omega Ruby are the bonus content at the end. Something, it was the first generation where I actually caught every single Pokemon. Back in the day, it was like 350 something, and now it's what, 650, 750?
Sounds about right.
Yeah, there's a lot of Pokemon. So nowadays, the goal isn't to catch them all anymore. It's to see them all. Because your Pokedex no longer keeps track of which ones you've caught. Well, it does in a little different menu. But the main menu shows you how many you've seen. Because there's so many Pokemon out there now. And,
So, I have a question for you. When I play a Pokemon game, all I do is go through the main story.
yeah.
Once I complete the main story, I don't really play competitively. I don't really do a lot of the post-game content. In the core of the game, what is different from past games?
The core gameplay, from what I understand, it basically plays similar to how it originally played back on the Game Boy Advance. Now, because Groudon and Kyogre can both Mega Evolve now, I'm not that far in it yet. I'm still at the 3rd gym. But it's incorporated their Mega Evolutions more into the storyline. So the story's going to be a little bit different. It's going to be more updated. Obviously, the newer Pokemon are catchable in this one as well. But it's mostly the post-game stuff that's going to be different. And secret bases have returned, by the way, which you can upload them to your friends on the internet, and they can try to value like a gym. The only downside is, of course, the secret bases can be kind of small, so it's not really, you don't have really that much control over it. But there's still a lot of cool stuff you can do with your secret base, just like your original Game Boy Advance days. That doesn't interest you at all, secret bases?
Not really. I mean, I don't really know what they are.
Well, at first it starts as an original blank space, but you can like put trick room tiles in there, like things that force you to go one direction, like treadmills, things that make you swap directions. You can put polka dolls, There's just random room decorations. That was a cool part about Sapphire and Emerald when they first came out, at least in my opinion. You can just decorate your room and your secret base and make it look cool. No room was the same.
So it's kind of like you said, it's kind of like having your own gym.
Yeah.
Okay.
A mini gym.
Okay. Why not just call it gyms?
Because apparently secret bases sound cooler. I don't know why. Game Freak is weird, but then again, they're called Game Freaks for a reason.
So then why aren't the Pokemon gyms called secret bases?
Because they're not secret. You don't have to find them. That's actually the cool thing. They're hidden out in the world.
Why not call them secret gyms?
And see, that actually makes more sense and sounds cooler, but they're not called secret gyms because they are still remakes. And back in the day, they were called bases, and you couldn't upload them to your friends unless you use a link cable. So this way now you can upload them. They are more like gyms nowadays, except for the fact that Now you can actually battle your friends offline. You can battle their ghost.
Okay, that makes sense. So how different from the original Emerald, Ruby, and Sapphire games is this game?
Well, the graphics are obviously updated to be X and Y caliber. Uh, you're gonna have you have all the content from the original Emerald and Ruby and Sapphire, but the main difference is the episode with the Oxys and the episode with Rayquaza. That's gonna that's gonna be the main difference. Now, what's kind of interesting is they're calling it an episode one, so there's the potential for more episodes to be released later on with like this new Pokemon called Hoopa or Hoopazilla or something. I'll probably name it Hoopaloo when I get it. But it's just it's rumors at the moment what Nintendo can do with this. But they're calling the Oxys thing an episode. So we think it might go the way of Telltale Games and release monthly episodes in Pokemon Ruby and Sapphire.
Okay. So, would you say it's worth the price of admission?
It is worth the price of admission. X and Y were not worth the price of admission. Once you beat the game, there is nothing to do. And I'm always about post-game content. When you beat the game in Ruby and Sapphire, there's a ton to do. There's still a lot of legendaries to capture. You can go to the secret islands, get Regice, Regirock, Registeel. You can get the mega version of, not the mega version, but there's this really cool version. It's huge. You see, I kind of skipped out on a lot of generations. I skipped out on White and Black, and I skipped on Diamond and Pearl, which that's nice because the legendaries from those are going to be catchable in this.
So, where can you find this game if you wanted to buy it?
Well, we do sell it at Disc Replay Davenport, so that's one place to look. I mean, we are working there, so I mean, I feel like I should give our store a shout out.
Okay. Disc Replay Davenport for all your Pokemon needs.
I'm James.
I'm Scott.
And we're Pokemon Masters.